Deshan Govender. I work within Vodacom Business Sales, looking after an industry segment called services, which is the B2B to C type of customer.
I love it. Tell me something, say, what are we doing here today? Why are we here?
So you're here with the launch of our Turn to Us campaign. I think it's more than a campaign. It's what we've been doing during COVID. We're just being vocal about the stuff that we've been doing. And what we've been doing is helping our customers solve for business problems that they have within their own businesses. So challenges around power, challenges around how do I become more competitive, challenges around how do I get more access to market. Those are the questions all of our customers are asking us. And during COVID and even before COVID, we've been helping solve together with those customers. And this campaign just brings to life all of the stuff that we've helped solve with some of our customers. And obviously we want to take it to the next level. How do we get more customers into our ecosystem so we can help partner and solve together?
Yes, brilliant. So the problem that Soweto business especially is struggling with in terms of connectivity, a lot of them are losing business because they are, after when there's load shedding, it takes time for them to regenerate energy and all those things. So how is Vodacom going to address those issues?
So there's two parts to, let's call it load shedding. Yeah. The first part is what we have to do from a network perspective. Yeah. And from a network perspective, we have a couple of lenses we look at from a connectivity perspective. How do we create more than one path of failure? So the first thing you do is that from a mobile network perspective, you connect to many base stations. It's not just one point of failure. And what we've done in our mobile network is we've upgraded all our batteries so that at least you have 8 hours of downtime. That's more than the current load shedding schedule. Gives us enough time to bring the power back on because the battery lasts long enough. But you can't limit it to just the mobile network. You have to have other connectivity because if you just mobile, it's still one point of failure. You supplement this with the wireless connectivity, and our wireless connectivity from a cost perspective is super aggressive. In fact, it's a lot cheaper to mobilize around wireless connectivity than mobile connectivity. And then if you're a business that can't afford to be down, you need more robust connectivity, which is fiber. And what we do is we play with those different technologies, but we provide you a managed service so that we use multiple connectivity to give you not just one path of failure. That's what we do from a network perspective. But from a business perspective, we look at it differently. You have other things you need to run in your business. You have printers, you have other stuff to do, laptops, stuff that you need to keep up beyond just a network part. And what we've done is we've partnered with companies that can provide inverter type solutions and battery backup solutions that you can pay for on a monthly basis rather than sit with the upfront cost. And as an SME, if we're looking after you from a network perspective and we're looking after your business assets from a power perspective and making it affordable so that you pay monthly rather than once off, it becomes an operational cost. I think we can help support a lot of small businesses better.
That's beautiful. So for companies or for small businesses like spaza shops, for them to get access to this information, so how does Vodacom reach those people? Like for me to know about what's happening today, so I'm covering this. So I want you to address such people, spaza shop owners.
Okay, so we've generally had a business connecting to the mass. As a brand, we've done a great job with the Vodacom brand, but what we haven't done is gotten out to all of the customers out there exactly what we have in our ecosystem. So earlier the team talked about VHub and the platform that's free, that's available to all SMEs. You will know it's there because you're coming to our website and it links you there as an SME. But you have to go there first. Yeah. So what we're trying to do with the Turn to Us campaign is to embed all of our assets into the advertising, to showcase beyond the advertising how people can access the site, how it's free, access it via mobile phone, so connectivity anywhere, right? That's how you access the app. But what we've built into the app is useful tools, not just stuff that says here you can buy productivity or here you can buy an app that you could do your payroll on. It's more about giving advice. Yeah, tell us your business problem. How can we use the different items in our basket to help solve that business problem? And because it's conversational, because there's a lot of education in terms of what you can do and what you can take advantage of, it becomes more easier to consume. But also, we need to be very aware that not all customers are the same. There are some customers out there, SMEs, that are way more advanced than other businesses out there. So we need to cater for everybody. When you come in, you need to create a space where you can interact with people at their level and create a journey with them that's customized. So we have different journeys. We have an entry-level journey. We've got let's call it a smarter journey for somebody who knows more about technology. They can go and look at something from a point perspective. And the capability within the platform, because if you try to do one-to-one via people, you can't really scale. But if you do it via a platform, the accessibility to multiple SMEs out there and the accessibility to skills. I know our boss spoke a lot earlier about CIO skills and marketing skills and stuff like that. But let's be honest, small businesses sometimes need to do a project, yeah? And a project that gets them running a new business model or stuff like that. A lot of times in their business, they have no people to do this project. You have to outsource it. You have to bring somebody in with skills to project manage it, get it off the ground, and then hand it over into the business so that it's operational. And that project management skills is what I believe, from an SME perspective, a lot of times small businesses don't have that within their portfolio. Outsource it to somebody, let them get it running, bring it back into the business, and then it's operational.
That's beautiful. I love that a lot. It actually resonates with me so much. Another thing that I want to address as well, as far as that is concerned, what we just mentioned. So there's someone that wants to start a business. So they don't have finances and they don't know where to go to get finances. How can Vodacom bridge that gap or assist that person?
So absolutely, within the VHub platform, we have access to our financial services. And I think it's important to explain what financial services mean. The terminals, the stuff that you actually can transact on, we can provide the terminals. Yeah,
the POS.
The POS terminals. The bank account for all intents and purposes, your wallet. We can create the wallet so that you don't have to do physical currency. You can do digital currency. Yeah. A lot of times that's how you want to transact these days. You don't want to deal with cash. You want to deal with something digital, because let's think about it. In the future, how much risk do you have? Even now, how much risk do you have with physical cash? That's the point. You want to create digital currency and the ability to transact using digital currency. You want to make that available to all of the companies out there. Insurance services. We provide insurance for assets for a lot of small companies. We have an insurance license as Vodacom. We've been known for doing device handset insurance, but absolutely, handset insurance is just a small portion of what we can do. We can provide asset finance. We can provide financing for businesses as startups. Yeah, and we can also provide group life insurance, pension, that sort of stuff. Because we have a financial services license, you would think that a lot of the big insurance won't want to partner with us. They see us as competitors. It's actually not the case. We have a massive insurer that's working with us to provide some of their insurances to our customers, because they've curated it for SMEs also. So it's more about partnerships and what we can scale with as an ecosystem, using all of the insurers that are outside there also, because they have niche products that fit to market. Instead of building it ourselves, let's partner and let's make that accessible to SMEs. So all of that, just funding, insurance, group life, asset insurance, all of that stuff we can provide as Vodacom Financial Services.
So in terms of your criteria that you would use for one to qualify as a partner with Vodacom, what requirements are you looking at?
So there's different things, right? To be fair, because we're a mobile operator, what is the first thing we would look at? We would look at your spend with us, yeah? How do you manage your mobile account, yeah? That's the easiest thing to look at, because that's the access we have. How do you manage your mobile account? Do you pay it on time? What transactions happen from a mobile perspective? Then you'll tell us about your business, you'll share your business plan. We will go through it with actuaries, people that can understand what your business plan is, and then we'll look at affordability and stuff like that, and then we'll customize a solution that makes sense for you as a business. Because it doesn't make sense for you to just throw everything at you. Let's look at affordability. Let's look at where you are as a business. Let's look at what your long-term plan is from a business plan perspective, and let's support you so that you do bite sizes rather than try to go big bang. Because what we find is in a lot of small businesses, when you try to bite off more than you can chew, that's when you tend to not be successful.
That's true. So in terms of security, it's a major concern as well. So when we are down, I don't want my information to be vulnerable to thugs or criminal activities. How does Vodacom secure that their clients won't be affected by criminal elements? While we are down, someone is busy with your account or phone. They also did that. So what they would do is they would suspend your SIM card, and then they would do an activity so that you are not notified whenever money is pulled out from your account. So what does Vodacom do to ensure that that thing doesn't happen?
Yeah, so we do a couple of things. I think what people don't realize is the amount of investment we do on our mobile network and securing our mobile network. So we have an internal SOC here that's monitoring the mobile network, monitoring threats into the network. At a mobile level, if one of our customers are threatened, if we see suspicious activity, you probably don't know this, but we communicate to the customer. We say we're seeing something on the network, maybe you need to go and double check what's happening. Yeah? To take that a step further, some customers come to us and say, no, we want a managed service. We don't want you to just monitor the mobile network because you do it as a matter of course. We want to be secure so that every part of business that we transact, we want you to take care of the security. And then what we do is we provide a managed security service around that. So, apps to do ransomware, to check for ransomware attacks, apps to provide SIEM type services. All of that stuff we provide as a managed security. But you have to opt in, right? You have to take it as a managed service from us. But at a core network level, that's what we do from a security perspective. I know you asked a question earlier to Ntombi around governance. Internally, every employee has to follow governance. It's important, right? So our product teams, the first couple of questions they ask for, what data do you want? Do you have the permission to access the data? How long are you going to keep it for? For what purpose do you need the data? And then how are you going to dispose of the data? All of that stuff is informal processes within our organization. So every employee has to sign up for it. Every employee has to do training on a monthly basis to make sure that they're up to date in terms of the latest security principles and the handling of information. And every employee has to sign up to it as part of our code of ethics and governance. So when people trust us with their data, they can absolutely be sure that internally we have the right process, governance, and everything in place so that data is not going to be compromised.